Hi guys, Gator Army here. Welcome back to my channel. This is the newest video, but here we are going to be reviewing the ATRT from Vales Toys on AliExpress. So this is the box it comes in. It's a pretty decent clamshell, basically. I'm currently just going to say this here. What you're going to get is kind of a bit unexpected, but hey, I'm going to just say this here, enjoy it, if you like it. But inside this bag here, you get the gun, you get the antennas in the back, and an Allen key. I'll be demonstrating how the Allen key works. But when you're opening up this box, I didn't get it with the driver. However, when you're opening up the box, be sure to check your box because the handle partners come disattached. And they can end up in the box, in the clamshell, basically. You gotta look for them and make sure they're not lost. I've been seeing reviews of people just not talking about that, or in the actual listing that they are missing or falling off. So check the entire box beforehand, just in case. We'll be getting this all set up and stuff, and I'll be showing it off. But basically, just make sure to check your box for every piece and part. As promised, here's the Allen key usage, how you basically use it and apply it. So you stick it in one of these nuts that you can see within the joints, basically, and you can tighten them up or loosen them. Here's me loosening it so you can be able to change the layout of the legs and how they function and how they look. Now you can tighten it in order to make it not move anywhere or fold under its own weight or the figure's weight. And you'll see here in a bit. You can tell that it's tight now. The joint won't move at all. Just be careful still with using it. And now you can basically loosen it. That's one of the best demonstrations you could probably get right now. Here's the ATRT itself, and we're going to get it all set up and ratcheted up. It has very extremely tight ratchets. Be careful with them, be extra safe. This is how it looks out of the box though. It has pedals and all. Now, trying to get this assembled takes a bit. It's just a good little thing. However, it's extremely fragile in some areas. Like the pistons that are connected to the legs, you have to attach on yourself. However, they've been prone to breaking a bit, slightly. Just depends on what you get, but still be careful when you're setting it up. Yeah, just be extremely careful. The feet are extremely careful too. They can be posed oriented as well. So let me just... Sorry about my camera. When I was making this review, I wanted to make sure I get it all set up and stuff. Yes, as you can see here, the joints are extremely tight. You just have to be extremely careful with them. Pretty much first impressions though, when I was setting it up, it's very nice of a model despite how fragile it is in some places. It really has like some quality control issues. But other than that, just be careful with it if you're going to be having it out, displaying it, using it. I did try and getting it into action poses and stuff, but man, it's a bit of a pain, so be careful with that. Here's it all set up now. This is basically what it looks like when you have it all put together now. Just make sure to put those joints in there, those pistons. Just be extremely careful with them still. I had to literally hot glue on my handlebars and those pistons to stay together. It's still a seriously fragile model. It's very cool looking and all of that, but it's definitely has some issues here and there. And I'm going to get the antenna and I'm going to get the gun to deck it all out so you can understand how it looks. But overall, seriously, this is a decent model for your characters if you want to use one or have them on display or whatever. Let's get it set up here. The gun has a magnet in it, so you can basically attach it like that, twist it around, spin it, adjust it. Doesn't have a lot of motion, but it can still be adjusted, whatever you need to do with it, basically. Alright, here's the antenna now. You can attach this in the back, and it doesn't have any specific combinations that it has to go in. But there's basically 2 holes in the back that you stick it in, and that's about it for that. Here's how it looks with the antenna. You might have to force it on a little bit to get on there, but here's it is. This is what it looks like, basically complete. Let's get a figure on here real quick. I'm going to pull out my custom Phase 1, Phase 2 interchangeable guy. Basically, he can change between Phase 1 and Phase 2 helmets. However, when getting them on there, you're going to suffer from the same thing I did at first before you hot glue on the flipping handlebars, but they tend to fall off, so hot glue or super glue them together on there so they don't fall off or it causes any losses or issues like that. I was really struggling to get them on here because of that. So I definitely recommend when you get this model that you hot glue or super glue on those handlebars. I can't say it enough. It's just one of my pet peeves with this model. If they're going to release an actual ATRT, I hope it's better and a little bit more quality than this. I won't be picking it up per se, but I'm just saying, if you're out there and want a vehicle, stick to 3D printing or get this and then do what you can to make it better and look better than what you get. Anyways, we finally got them on there. It just takes a bit. It just takes a bit of adjustments. You have to be extremely careful with these pieces and parts. It's what you get with a knockoff company in a way. What you have to basically deal with. Here's how it looks. Could be so much better, but seriously, just hot glue those handlebars, pieces, whatever you need that break on you. You just gotta be careful. Well, there it is. This is the ATRT from Vales Toys. I rate it 7.5 out of 10, and it's honestly good for clone displays instead of taking them out and playing with it, or using it, basically. I definitely recommend waiting until there's, like, probably an official one, but if not, just pick it up. Just do what you can. Fix those handlebars, pistons, whatever you got. And, seriously, I'm going to do this for a side project, but I plan on painting it. I'll make sure to review that video later on. And this, honestly, seriously could be so much better. That's all.
When